Hi, my name's Andy and welcome to Healthy Active. So, we know exercising and being physically active is really good for us. But what actually goes on in the body? Understanding that is really difficult, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing we look at is the heart. The heart itself is a muscle about the size of your fist, like that. Okay. Now all muscles need blood and oxygen to work, and the heart is no different itself. Blood is supplied to the heart through the coronary arteries, and physical activity actually improves coronary blood flow. So the little arteries that would go to your heart around here work much more efficiently, allowing the heart to pump as much blood as possible to your muscles and your organs. Physical activity and exercise also improves the efficiency of the heart. So the more the heart works, the more efficient it gets, the bigger it gets as well. It's just like when you exercise your muscles, the more toned up they get, the stronger they get. It's exactly the same for the heart. So the more the heart works, the more blood it can pump around the body, and the more efficiently it can pump blood around the body. Physical activity and exercise reduces high blood pressure, or hypertension as it's otherwise known. Now, to understand how exercise and physical activity reduces high blood pressure, it's important to understand what high blood pressure or blood pressure actually is. So your heart pumps blood, oxygen and nutrients through the arteries in the body. Blood pressure is the force of blood against your artery walls. Now there are two readings for blood pressure. Here's an example of a standard blood pressure reading. The bigger number, or the higher number, is the systolic pressure. And this measures the force of blood being pumped around the body when your heart contracts. Now the smaller number is known as, or is the diastolic pressure, and this measures when the heart relaxes between beats. High blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is when your blood pressure is always higher than 140 over 90. Now high blood pressure makes your arteries less stretchy and really stiff. In fact, the only way I can describe it is like when you get a pair of jeans that have been in the washing and they've dried and they've shrunk a little bit and they're really tight when you put them on. That's what's happening with your arteries when you've got high blood pressure. And this damages the walls of your arteries, making it easier for fatty deposits to build up and increases the risk of stroke or heart attack. Now, physical activity and exercise keeps your arteries nice and stretchy and nice and loose so the blood can get pumped all around your body nice and efficiently. Physical activity reduces your risk of type 2 diabetes. To understand that, we need to understand what type 2 diabetes is. Type 2 diabetes is where your blood sugar levels, otherwise known as blood glucose, are too high. Now this occurs when your body cannot use the glucose you get from your food. In healthy people, the pancreas releases a hormone called insulin when we eat. Now insulin switches on the cells around your body to absorb glucose and use it as a fuel for energy. But for people with type 2 diabetes, the body does not respond to insulin, and as a result, glucose builds up in the blood, and this can damage the arteries. Now, damaged artery walls make it easier for fatty deposits to build up, which can limit the circulation of blood, oxygen and nutrients around the body, and can increase the risk of stroke or a heart attack. Regular physical activity and exercise, combined with a balanced, healthy diet, improves the body's ability to return blood glucose levels to normal, and it also improves the body's sensitivity to insulin. So the more active you are, the better your diet is, the less chance you've got of type 2 diabetes. Physical activity also lowers your cholesterol level, but to understand that, we need to understand a bit more about cholesterol. Cholesterol is a fatty substance in your blood. You need it to keep your cells healthy. Cholesterol is carried around your body by proteins in your blood. And when cholesterol and proteins combine, they form lipoproteins. Now, there are two main types of lipoproteins in your body. One is good for you, the other is bad. Non-high density lipoproteins, otherwise known as non-HDL, or low density lipoproteins, otherwise known as LDL, take cholesterol from the liver to the cells that need it. Too much non-HDL creates a buildup of fatty deposits which narrows your arteries, and this can limit the circulation of blood and oxygen around the body and can increase the risk of stroke or heart attack. This is why non-HDL or LDL lipoproteins are known as bad cholesterol. High-density lipoproteins, or otherwise known as HDL, remove the excess cholesterol and transport it to the liver, where it's broken down and removed from the body. This is why high-density lipoproteins, or HDL, are known as good cholesterol. Ideally, you want a low level of non-HDL and a high level of HDL to make sure there's enough good cholesterol to get rid of the bad cholesterol. Regular physical activity combined with a balanced, healthy diet reduces the bad cholesterol in your body and increases the good cholesterol. Regular physical activity and exercise actually improves the functionality of the central nervous system. It helps you move easier. The more active you are, over time you'll be able to move much more easily and much more efficiently, which has a massive impact on your mental health and quality of life, especially if you have a chronic disease such as arthritis. Physical activity actually reduces inflammation in the body. Now, anyone who hasn't been active for a while knows that the following couple of days after some exercise can be painful, can be sore. Your muscles are a little bit sore. But the more you exercise, the more physically active you are, the quicker your body responds to exercise and the more quickly you recover. So that's a few of the things that happen in the body when you exercise. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. See you next time on Healthy Active.